If you've been dealing with that tight, aching neck, maybe from staring at your phone, working at your desk, or sleeping in the wrong position, I'm about to show you something so simple you can do it anywhere. We're going to relax those tight muscles, increase blood flow, and release that tension in just 60 seconds. And the best part, you don't need equipment, fancy therapy, or even to leave your chair. Here's what you'll do. Sit or stand tall, shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. Now, gently tilt your head to the right. Feel that gentle stretch on the opposite side of your neck. Hold it there, breathe, let the muscle melt. Slowly bring it back up, and now tilt to the left. Next, turn your head gently to the right, like you're looking over your shoulder. Hold then to the left. Finally, drop your chin toward your chest, and let gravity give you that beautiful stretch down the back of your neck. You'll feel warmth, looseness, and relief almost instantly. This little routine nourishes your muscles with oxygen, breaks up stiffness, and helps your posture stay healthy. Do it once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and especially after long hours at your computer. Take care of your body, because when you feel better, you live better. When you begin any movement to relieve neck pain, your posture is the foundation. If you start with tension, slouching, or compressed muscles, the stretch won't give you the full benefit, and in some cases, you could actually irritate the problem more. So, the very first step is to consciously bring your body into a relaxed, upright position. This means sitting or standing with your spine straight, your shoulders gently rolled back, and your chest open. Imagine there's a string attached to the top of your head pulling you upward toward the ceiling, lengthening your neck naturally. This instantly takes some of the weight and pressure off your cervical spine. Many people don't realize that poor posture puts the equivalent of several extra pounds of force on the neck muscles. So just by aligning yourself properly, you're already relieving strain before you even begin to stretch. Now, once you're in this upright position, focus on your breathing. Your breath is like the switch that turns on relaxation mode in your body. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting the air fill not just your chest but your belly. This type of deep diaphragmatic breathing signals your nervous system to calm down. When your muscles sense that calm, they stop holding on to unnecessary tension. As you exhale through your mouth, think about melting that tension away from your neck and shoulders. A long, slow exhale helps to release tightness that builds up from stress, bad posture, and repetitive strain. The reason breathing is so important here is because oxygen is fuel for your muscles. When you take in deep, controlled breaths, you're increasing the oxygen flow to your neck and shoulder muscles. This oxygen nourishes the tissues, helps remove waste products like lactic acid that contribute to soreness, and prepares the muscles to stretch more effectively. Without this preparation, your muscles may resist the stretch, and you won't feel the same level of relief. As you continue to hold your posture and breathe deeply, make sure your jaw is relaxed. A lot of neck pain is made worse by clenching the teeth or keeping the jaw tight. Let your tongue rest gently at the roof of your mouth and keep your mouth slightly open if needed to soften that tension. Notice if your shoulders are creeping upward toward your ears. If they are, gently drop them down and let them feel heavy. You want your shoulders to act like anchors, keeping your neck long and free. Another key part of starting with relaxed posture is awareness of your environment. If you're sitting in a chair, plant your feet flat on the ground and make sure your hips are positioned evenly. If you're standing, keep your knees slightly soft, not locked, so that your whole body stays in a natural, comfortable alignment. This stability supports your neck and prevents any unwanted twisting or bending that could throw off your stretch. Taking even 15 to 20 seconds to set this posture before moving into your next stretch will make a huge difference. Think of it like warming up your car before driving. It's not wasted time, it's essential preparation. You'll notice that once you're upright, shoulders open, jaw relaxed, and breath steady, the muscles in your neck will already start to feel looser and less restricted. From here, any stretching movement you do will work more efficiently, feel more comfortable, and produce faster results. I can also expand key point no to in the same deep, guided style so the whole speech turns into a fully detailed program rather than just bullet points. That way it can be turned into a complete tutorial. Would you like me to do that next? When you're ready to move from preparing your posture into the actual stretch, gentle side tilts are one of the most effective ways to begin releasing tension in the neck. This movement targets the lateral muscles, the ones running along the sides of your neck, that often become tight from holding your head in one position for too long. The key word here is gentle. You're not forcing your head down or pushing it with your hand. You're letting gravity and controlled movement do the work. This protects the delicate structures in your neck while still allowing the muscles to lengthen. Start by keeping that upright posture you've already set. Spine tall, shoulders relaxed, and jaw loose. Take a slow breath in, feeling your ribs expand. As you exhale, slowly tilt your head to the right, bringing your right ear toward your right shoulder. Don't worry about how far you can go. The goal isn't to touch your ear to your shoulder, but to create a comfortable stretch along the left side of your neck. You should feel a gentle pull, never sharp pain. If you feel pinching or discomfort on the side you're bending toward, it means you're forcing the movement too much or your posture needs adjusting. Hold this position for about 15 to 20 seconds, breathing deeply the whole time. Each exhale allows the muscle fibers to relax a little more, which means the stretch becomes more effective with each breath. Imagine the muscles slowly uncoiling like a rope that's been twisted too tight. As you stay in the tilt, try to keep your opposite shoulder, the left one in this case, down and relaxed. A common mistake is letting that shoulder lift up toward your ear, which reduces the stretch and keeps tension in place. If you want to increase the stretch slightly, you can gently place your right hand on the side of your head, not to push, but simply to add the weight of your arm for a light assist. Think of it as guiding the stretch rather than forcing it. You might also extend your left arm down by your side, reaching your fingertips toward the ground. This adds a subtle traction effect, creating space between your shoulder and neck and enhancing the lengthening sensation. Once you've completed the stretch on one side, slowly bring your head back to the center. Not too fast, because your muscles need a moment to adjust. Take a breath in and then repeat the same movement to the left. Tilt your head so your left ear moves toward your left shoulder and feel the gentle pull along the right side of your neck. Again, keep the opposite shoulder down, breathe deeply, and let the stretch develop naturally. You might notice that one side feels tighter than the other. This is normal, especially if you tend to carry your bag on one shoulder, sleep on one side more often, or spend long hours looking in one direction. The beauty of gentle side tilts is that they not only release muscle tension, but also improve blood flow to areas that often get compressed. When the neck muscles are tight, they can limit circulation and even affect nerve pathways, leading to headaches or tingling in the shoulders and arms. By loosening them, you're improving overall mobility and reducing the risk of strain or injury. Another benefit is how quickly this stretch can bring relief. Even after 1 or 2 repetitions on each side, you may feel your neck becoming lighter, your head easier to turn, and your shoulders less burdened. Done regularly, side tilts help train your muscles to stay more flexible and resilient so tension doesn't build up as quickly. The most important thing to remember is that gentle movement and mindful breathing make the stretch more powerful than force ever could. Treat your muscles with patience, and they'll reward you with comfort and freedom of movement. Slow rotations are one of the most natural and satisfying ways to restore mobility in your neck, but they must be done with mindfulness to protect the delicate structures in your cervical spine. The idea is to slowly and smoothly turn your head from one side to the other, allowing the muscles, joints, and connective tissues to move through their normal range without strain. This is not a quick snap or jerk. It's a controlled, fluid motion that gently wakes up the neck and encourages circulation. Start from the upright, relaxed posture you've already established. Your shoulders should be down and back, your spine long and your chin level with the floor. Take a deep, calming breath in through your nose. Then as you exhale, begin to turn your head slowly to the right as though you're looking over your shoulder. Move only as far as it feels comfortable. The moment you feel resistance or tightness, pause there. You don't need to force past it. This position should give you a pleasant sense of stretching along the side and back of your neck, as well as a subtle engagement of the muscles at the front. Hold the turn position for about 5 to 10 seconds, breathing deeply. Each exhale gives your body permission to release tension, and you may notice your head naturally turning a few degrees farther without you trying. Your eyes can follow the movement as well, looking as far behind you as possible. This not only improves neck flexibility, but also engages muscles in your eyes and upper spine, promoting better coordination between head and body movement. After holding the position, begin to return to the center just as slowly as you went into the turn. Avoid snapping your head back to the middle. Think of it like rewinding a smooth film rather than cutting to the next frame. Once you're back at the neutral position, take another slow breath in and then repeat the motion to the left. Again, imagine you're trying to see something behind you, but without straining. You might find that one side turns more easily than the other. This is a common sign of muscle imbalance or uneven posture habits, such as always looking to one side when working or driving. For those who want to add a little more depth to the stretch, you can incorporate a light chin tuck as you rotate. This means drawing your chin slightly inward as if you're making a double chin. This action lengthens the back of your neck and gives a more complete release to the muscles, especially those attached to the base of the skull. Another variation is to gently press your fingertips into your sternum to remind yourself to keep your shoulders from twisting with the movement. This keeps the rotation isolated to your neck and upper spine. Slow rotations are particularly powerful because they mobilize the joints between your cervical vertebrae. These joints can become stiff from long periods of immobility, such as sitting at a desk or driving. By encouraging them to move within their safe range, you're lubricating them with synovial fluid, which helps reduce friction and improve overall function. Improved joint mobility also supports better posture and reduces the risk of muscle strain, as your neck can move freely without other muscles having to overcompensate. An often overlooked benefit is how this movement affects your nervous system. The neck houses major nerves that travel down into your shoulders and arms. When your neck muscles are tight and joints are restricted, it can put pressure on these nerves, leading to discomfort or tingling sensation. Slow rotations relieve that pressure by creating space and improving circulation around those nerve pathways. Do 2 or 3 rotations to each side at a slow, steady pace. Over time, you may notice your head turns farther with less effort in your daily activities, like checking your blind spot in traffic. Feels smoother and easier. Think of this exercise as a gentle reminder to your body that your neck is designed to move, and by treating it with care, you'll keep it healthy and pain-free for the long run. The chin to chest stretch is one of the simplest yet most powerful movements for releasing tension in the back of your neck. This area, which includes the muscles running from the base of your skull down to your upper back, often becomes tight from hours of looking forward at a screen or bending over a phone. Over time, this forward head posture shortens certain muscles while overstraining others, creating discomfort, stiffness, and even headaches. Bringing your chin toward your chest in a slow, controlled way helps reverse this pattern by lengthening those tight muscles and encouraging the cervical spine to realign. To begin, make sure you are in that tall, upright posture with your shoulders rolled back and down. Your spine should be elongated as if a string is gently pulling you upward. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, begin to lower your chin toward your chest. The motion should be steady without forcing or jerking your head down. Imagine you are trying to tuck your chin enough to look at the floor directly in front of your feet. As your chin moves down, you'll start to feel a stretch across the back of your neck and possibly into your upper back, depending on your flexibility and muscle tightness. It's important here to keep your shoulders completely still and relaxed. A common mistake is to hunch the shoulders forward as you lower your chin, which takes away from the neck stretch and adds unnecessary strain. Let your shoulders feel heavy, as if they are anchoring you in place, while your head gently bows forward. The key is to let gravity assist in the stretch without pulling with your hands or adding extra force. Once your chin is as close to your chest as feels comfortable, hold that position for 15 to 30 seconds. Focus on deep breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, and as you exhale, feel the muscles along the back of your neck lengthen and soften. Each breath out should allow you to release a little more tension, almost like untangling a tight knot in a rope. You might even notice a pleasant warmth in the stretched area, which is a sign of increased blood flow delivering oxygen and nutrients to the muscles. For an added effect, you can slightly roll your chin from one collarbone to the other while in the lowered position. This gentle movement helps target different fibers of the neck muscles, giving a more complete stretch. Another variation is to interlace your fingers behind your head and let the weight of your arms add a tiny bit of extra downward pressure. Again, the emphasis is on tiny. The goal is never to push or force, but simply to enhance the natural pull of gravity. The chin to chest stretch is also beneficial for easing tension headaches caused by tight suboccipital muscles, the small muscles at the base of your skull that can radiate pain up and around your head. By lengthening these muscles, you relieve the pressure they place on nerves and improve circulation in the area, which can reduce or even prevent those headaches. Additionally, this movement improves spinal flexibility. The cervical spine is designed to bend forward, but when we spend too much time in one fixed position, those bending muscles and joints can become stiff. Regularly bring your chin to your chest keeps the joints moving, maintains healthy range of motion, and reduces the likelihood of developing chronic stiffness. When you're ready to come out of the stretch, do so slowly. Lift your head back up in a smooth, controlled manner rather than snapping it upward. This gradual return allows your muscles and joints to readjust without strain. Doing this stretch 2 or 3 times a day, especially after long hours of desk work, can make your neck feel lighter, freer, and much more comfortable. Over time, it helps correct posture, relieve pain, and keep your neck functioning at its best. Breathing may seem like the simplest, most automatic thing you do, but when it comes to relieving neck pain, the way you breathe can make all the difference. Most people don't realize that stress, poor posture, and muscle tension often go hand in hand with shallow, rapid breathing. When you breathe this way, your body remains in a low grade state of tension, and your muscles never fully release. By focusing on deep, slow, controlled breaths during your neck stretches, you trigger your body's natural relaxation response, increase oxygen flow to your muscles, and help them loosen far more effectively than stretching alone. To begin, settle to that tall, upright posture you've been practicing, spine long, shoulders relaxed, jaw soft. Place one hand on your belly and the other on your chest. Take a moment to notice how you're breathing right now. If your top hand on your chest is doing most of the movement and your belly hand is still, it means you're breathing shallowly from your upper chest. This type of breathing engages accessory muscles in your neck and shoulders unnecessarily, adding to tension instead of relieving it. Now shift to diaphragmatic breathing, also called belly breathing. Inhale slowly through your nose, letting your belly hand rise as your diaphragm expands downward. Your chest hand should remain relatively still. As you take in this deep breath, visualize oxygen flowing into the tight, sore muscles in your neck, bringing them life and energy. Then exhale gently through your mouth, allowing your belly to sink back toward your spine. With each exhale, imagine tension draining out of your muscles like water flowing away. Breathing deeply during your stretches does more than help you relax. It physically changes the environment in your muscles. Oxygen-rich blood nourishes tissues and helps flush out metabolic waste products like lactic acid that build up when muscles are overused or strained. Without enough oxygen, those waste products linger, causing stiffness, soreness, and even inflammation. By delivering more oxygen through deep breathing, you accelerate the recovery process and make your stretches more effective. The pace of your breathing also matters. A slow inhale for about 4 seconds, followed by an even slower exhale for 5 to 6 seconds, encourages your parasympathetic nervous system to take over. This is your body's rest and repair mode, where heart rate decreases, muscles release, and healing becomes more efficient. The longer, slower exhale is particularly powerful. It signals to your brain that you're safe, reducing the instinctive muscle guarding that often keeps your neck tight. Another benefit of focused breathing is increased body awareness. When you connect your breath to your movement, you're more likely to notice subtle changes in your body, where the stretch feels strongest, where you might be overcompensating, or how much tension you're actually carrying. This awareness helps you adjust your posture and movements for better results and prevents overstretching or causing strain. Breathing can also help you deepen the stretch safely. For example, during a side tilt or chin to chest position, you may find that after 2 or 3 deep breaths, your muscles naturally release a little more, allowing a slightly greater range of motion without forcing anything. This happens because the breath helps turn off the body's protective reflex, where tight muscles resist lengthening out of fear of injury. It's worth noting that breath work isn't just something you do during stretching. It can be used anytime during the day to keep neck tension at bay. If you notice your shoulders creeping upward or your jaw tightening while you work, pause for a minute, roll your shoulders back, and take 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths. You'll often feel an immediate sense of relief, and over time, this habit trains your muscles to stay more relaxed naturally. When you combine proper breathing with your stretching routine, you're not just loosening muscles, you're retraining your entire nervous system to support a healthier, more relaxed posture. This is why breathing isn't just an extra step in fixing neck pain. It's a core part of the process that makes every other technique more effective and longer lasting. Repetition is the secret to making any stretch or mobility exercise truly effective, and the 60-second neck routine is no exception. Doing it just once might give you immediate relief, but that relief will often be temporary if you go right back to the same habits that caused the tension in the first place. By repeating the sequence 2 or 3 times a day, you create a consistent pattern that gradually retrains your muscles, joints, and nervous system to stay relaxed and flexible. This is how short-term relief turns into long-term improvement. Think of your neck muscles like elastic bands. If you stretch an elastic band once and then leave it alone for days, it will return to its original tight shape. But if you stretch it repeatedly over time, it becomes more pliable and stays that way. Your muscles and connective tissues respond in a similar way. They adapt to what you do regularly. If you regularly keep them shortened by leaning forward at a computer or looking down at your phone, they'll adapt to that position, becoming tight and restricted. If instead you regularly move them through their full range of motion, they'll adapt by staying lengthened, flexible, and pain-free. Repetition also plays a role in improving circulation. Each time you go through the routine, side tilts, slow rotations, chin to chest, you're stimulating blood flow in and around your neck. That fresh circulation delivers oxygen and nutrients to your muscles while helping flush away the waste products that cause soreness and stiffness. Doing this several times throughout the day means you're keeping that blood flow active instead of letting your neck stiffen up again between stretches. There's also a neurological benefit to repetition. Your brain and muscles communicate constantly through neural pathways. When you move in a certain way repeatedly, those pathways become stronger and more efficient. This is why athletes practice the same movement over and over. It becomes second nature for your neck. Repeating these gentle stretches helps train your body to maintain better posture and movement patterns without you even having to think about it. Over time, your default position will involve less tension and strain, simply because your body has been taught a new normal. Another important aspect of repeating the routine is breaking up long periods of stillness. One of the biggest causes of neck pain is staying in one position for hours at a time, especially with poor ergonomics. Every time you stop to do your 60-second stretch, you interrupt that stillness and give your muscles a chance to reset. Even if you can't step away from your desk for a long walk, you can still break the cycle of stiffness with this quick series. Consistency also helps with awareness. The more often you check in with your body during the day, the quicker you'll notice when tension is building. This means you can take action earlier before pain sets in. Instead of waiting until your neck feels tight and uncomfortable, you'll be able to catch it when it's just starting to tense up and stop it in its tracks. It's worth pointing out that repetition doesn't mean overdoing it. These stretches are meant to be gentle, and forcing them too often or too aggressively could cause irritation. The sweet spot for most people is performing the full routine 2 to 3 times per day, once in the morning to start the day loose and aligned, once in the afternoon to counteract hours of sitting, and once in the evening to release any remaining tension before bed. Over weeks and months, this repeated practice will not only relieve your current neck discomfort, but also prevent future episodes. You'll notice greater mobility, less stiffness, and a stronger ability to handle the demands of daily life without feeling worn down by neck pain. In short, repetition is what transforms a quick fix into a lasting solution.